I'm here. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll be right here. All right. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? I think I should try to talk up because I had a really low video yesterday. I did. I couldn't really hear myself. I had bought some headphones for me to do this while I'm in here, and I can't find them. So yesterday was a hard day for me, and I've been trying to reflect on these situations that I keep finding myself in. This channel is supposed to be about a spiritual awakening. I do not think waking up is the best thing for people to do. I live in a constant state of misery. I'm sorry, this sounds depressing all first thing in the morning. Y'all know me. I say all this and then I'll go to something more pleasant. But uh yeah, I feel like I've been working for the last 15 years on something that's really big. I had no idea how I was gonna do it, how I was gonna prove what I was saying, none of that. And finally I come to this place where I can prove what I'm saying, and everything I thought was real, and I have to fight this whole fight by myself. Because the trick to it is not to find your land. We all can find out what's owed to us. The trick is how you gonna get that shit back. So my siblings, all except for the baby, of course, have all backed out of any claim to the land pay. So since this is a teaching channel, I'm gonna teach people some shit real quick. When fighting a class action lawsuit, when going up against the government, the state, or the military, you need numbers. I have those exact numbers in my family for this exact thing. 80% of my family wants nothing to do with it. So how do I take on these people by myself? Now, y'all motherfucking know I will. I took on the government before. Took on the police department. I took on over this country. I've been on World News Tonight for shit that I've done. So I know what I can do by myself. But I'm tired of always doing everything by myself. I have my reader. My husband reads the laws. He takes days reading fucking laws. It's him reading laws and me doing field work and shit. That's two people. I even thought about getting in the kitchen and doing some spell work to make the shit easy for me. But I don't want to have to do that. It should simply just be easy for me. You would think with me helping the entirety of this fucking world, and like I said, I can prove that I have helped the entirety of this world that we live in through my services since I was the fuck 20. I'm sitting here thinking about all the judges that I helped. Judges, lawyers, chief of police of Australia, like all types of shit I done did for people. I called all these lawyers yesterday and Thursday, and none of them want to touch my case. Remember the bull in the city office said, try to find a lawyer willing to go up against me. He said that shit to my face. And then I called all these lawyers here, and they said they're not going to be able to take the case, even with documentation. So I've been sending emails out, text messages out. I've been asking people, come on, Isis, every time I'm doing something for me, you want something. Hold on, I'm gonna press mute. Sorry, I had to get the dog situated. Um, damn, where was I at? All these fucking distractions. Anyway, I was just wondering how I could extend myself to people all over the world. It's just me and my husband about to take on this country. Hmm. You know how easy it is for them to get rid of me and my husband? And then since the people in the background who have no desire, who don't care about what the fuck I did, who don't want no claim to it. My sister actually said to me, if daddy wanted me to have that land, he would have willed it to me. When she said that, I had to accept the fact that they do not comprehend what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm trying to figure out how he could will you patented land from the fucking 1800s he knew nothing about. But, you know, that's just how it goes. So, mm, mm, mm. Oh, another thing that's happening now, since I'm all alone by myself with my husband doing this shit, I like to test things out. I like to see if I'm right because everybody call me a conspiracy theorist or say I'm over exaggerating things. The Bureau of Land Management phone was disconnected while I was calling it from my phone for almost 2 days. I decided to call from another phone and it went straight to the switchboard and they answered. So I looked at my husband and I said, am I crazy or did this number is disconnected for Fadia calling from her phone. How come it's not disconnected when I use somebody else's phone call? So when I went to the when I started talking about that, oh, I sound all crazy and shit. Okay. Then I tried to call City Hall, my nigga. There's no phone number for it. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? How is there no phone number for it, the City Hall here? So I'm searching, I'm trying to um just type in different branches of, the courts and calling them, and the shit is going, it's busy. It's busy. Like back in the day when you had the telephones in the house and you call somebody and they only had one way line and it was busy. That was happening. I called from somebody else's phone and that shit was ringing. Right? We can't make this up. The animal in the county assessor's office who told me to get out and laughed at me when I said that was my land. She went and told the county assessor, the actual one who does the assessing of the land here. And he came out and said to me, try to sue me if you could find somebody. How do they have this power where they can contact this many people this fast? Now I'm about to fuck y'all head up. During this last week of me doing this research, every time I pick the phone up to call somebody, I hear somebody breathing on the line. I'm not sure which person they have tapping my phone and watching me, um, but they should probably get somebody who doesn't have breathing problems, asthma, or doesn't know how to move away from the mic. When I hang up on the call, you hear the movement in the background on the phone. This is a cell phone, nigga. I am familiar with them doing that to landlines, but a cell phone? So I haven't even put the claim in yet. And this is what they doing to little old me because they know I got no support from my family. And ain't nobody gonna wonder what happened to me. It's so easy for them to get rid of me because of my lupus. They can just say it was a lupus flare. So I want y'all to understand that in 2015, the doctor told me I would be dead in 24 months maximum because all of my organs were shutting down. I am still here, 2022. Understand that I've been in car accidents that I have not died from. I've had this disease that I was supposed to be dead almost a decade ago. I have not died from. I have a will in me that will not allow me to die, and so does my husband. So if anything happens to me, you understand that it was no accident and it was not my disease, okay? And y'all need to start paying attention to y'all. If y'all are woke and you're starting to sniff around some land patents or God, for 2 years my ancestors been telling me to check my bank account. Check my bank account. And every bank account I check is always these dumbass accounts I got that's always no money. Check your bank account. Check your bank account. They talking about the real account though. A fucking military contract is money that you just don't even know what to do with the rest of it. Check your account. Hmm. I need help. or I just need my weapons. It don't matter to me. If this can't get done properly, it'll get done. I think I've proven myself to y'all enough to let y'all know that when the fuck I say I'm gonna do something, I do by any means necessary. My daughter was talking to her boyfriend about my project I was on before. She said my mom turned down $2 million and he didn't believe it till we showed him the paperwork and he was like, "Why did you do that?" And I said, "Because if I win, we all win. If we don't all win, then I don't win." That shit is simple and clear to me. $2 million is nothing. What the fuck is my people gonna get? I understand that there are not many people who think like I think. That doesn't matter because I came here on mission. I've stayed on task my entire life, even when I was the fuck a child. I've never allowed myself to be indoctrinated with anybody's ideas. I have never followed any religion, even though I was born into Islam, and Islam gives me peace. I know what to take from it and what not. I am that, what I am. And I swear I have literally always throughout my life fought alone. I've never had any support or any assistance. So as stressed out as I am, as disappointed as I am, I will stay on task. The mission will be completed. I just wish I had a team that will help me because this is big. And unfortunately, all the power people I had in my Rolodex, unfortunately, are all dead. I lost about 5 of my Rolodex in the last few years, and I'm like, how the fuck did this one die? This one was only fucking 38. And then I'll be wondering, like, I'll set up certain things for myself for when I need to go back to. How are they? No. If you think about them remote viewing, the thought entities, the billion-dollar corporations that study us and our melanin, and then the people in your life that is not your friends who's reporting back to them. Um, this is how your information is getting out there, and they find so many crazy ass ways to end people's lives that nobody will question. COVID was really good at um being a cover for them. Mm, I guess I gotta just regroup and start to build a new team and try to. ISIS, please lay down. Please lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. You are driving me crazy. No, no. Lay down. Can you lay down, ISIS? Please. Okay. I'll make you some bacon in a minute, okay? Spoiled ass dog. She will not sit down unless I get up and make her some bacon. I keep buying dog food and a small dog food, and I say when she finished this dog food, we gonna put her down. Then we keep getting her another bag. This is like the most hardest thing to do to put this damn dog down. Cause y'all see her like she be normal sometimes, and then it's like all these tears coming out her eyes because she just suffering in pain. I don't know what to do. My daughter gonna say, just fucking do it. I was like, well, she's a cruel bitch. It ain't that easy to just kill a dog. So I been planning something for her, and I gotta get up the courage to do it. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I really wish that we all could work together and it wasn't so much petty bullshit amongst the tribal families and just our groups, period. Hey, what's up? I I just been talking about this journey of me finding this land and how my sisters don't want anything to do with it, and I have to fight this by myself. I got to go up against the government by myself, and it's stressing me out. But I'm going to figure out how to protect myself and still get this done. And lay down. It's okay. Lay down. I don't know. It's like you work so hard to prove something or to do something, and then you get there and you can prove it or have it, and then everybody around you is just looking at you like you just turned the water faucet on. When I got that land copy of that land patent in my hand, that shit felt like they gave me slave papers. I know that sounds fucked up, but when our people was enslaved and they gave them their freedom papers, that's what I felt when I got that paper in my hand and that name was on there. Freedom papers. And even only I can be inside myself and feel myself what I'm going through in a moment. But I want everybody to experience the truth. You are not a broke bum ass bitch. You are not somebody that's supposed to be claiming toilets for them. You are not supposed to be carrying a shit. No, Gus ain't get back from work yet. I just it just felt like freedom papers. I looked at that paper for like 10 hours. All the things that we have endured. The accounts that the family is telling us to check is our Native American accounts. Now, I don't know a lot about that shit. And I've been telling y'all about it for over a year now. But these accounts are our money and they are borrowing against our money. And we can't even get a loan. I have a lot of people who listen to my channels and they all claim they want to do something, but I've never actually seen anybody do something. I just fed her this morning. She don't need to eat. I just fed her this morning. She had that whole bowl was filled and she ate it. Getting distracted by these people. Anyway, I think I just wanted to. I'm about to go get me some wraps. I need to smoke. I need to smoke and I need to plan. And I'm looking at my team, and I'm like, my team ain't ready for war. Ain't none of them ready for war. My kids, my husband, my family members, they're not ready for war. So I really need to figure some shit out. Y'all can always email me at groundeddolphin@gmail.com if you got any suggestions. I'm looking for a think tank. I tried to put together a think tank, but I guess the people that I chose don't really think. So yeah, that shit ain't gonna work out. I don't know. But everything always work out. So I figured since the we've been under snow for like ugh, 3 days now, and for the next 3 days it's gonna be sunny, so all the snow will be gone and it'll be cool. It ended up happening. We got this blizzard the day after I found out about the patent, so I couldn't go to the courthouse and look through anything because it was a snowstorm for 2 days. I thought it was interesting that I got that patent information on two on 2222 is when I found out how much money my family's worth. I'm wondering what happened with y'all during that day. Girl, I know that. I'm sitting up here like I need to. So I had came up during my communion with the ancestors this morning. I said, all right, what if I do a 2-day cleanse, a 2-day dry fast, and then when I come out of it, a 2-day plant medicine binge. But I need to be in I need a week where I'm in either a hotel room or Airbnb that's the entire place because I'm going to torture myself to do this. It's going to be very hard, but it's the only way to protect myself and get the information I need. Bubba Gregory said he knew a woman that fasted from food and water for 30 days. And this woman cannot be touched through any means of any areas of this planet, period. He said he watched her make a phone call and she's gotten people out of jail who committed murder and they had evidence. It was crazy because of a fucking fast. And then thank you so much, honey. And then he said he's never been able to get past 3 weeks with no food and water. But you got to think about it. Bubba Gregory lived until he was like 89. But he put all this information out there and nobody ever killed him. He's never been killed. He's never went to jail. He spent a few months out of the year in Russia. I mean, a few weeks out of every month in Russia, back and forth. This black man, this elder, and nothing happened to him because he was able to get to 3 weeks of fasting. But you just got, I know that during Ramadan, when we fast, we eat at 6. So I don't even know if I can function having a dry fast with no food, no water for fucking 30 days. But if I can do it for 2 weeks, that's the halfway goal. I don't think I'm gonna have any men protecting me. I don't think I'm gonna have any army. When that so I don't know if the recording was able to record them harassing me, the security guards at this state building. It was this one in particular one. Well, have you looked up your land patents? All right, so what about this? Sunday I'll do a video and I'll show y'all where to go to search this stuff. At the end of the day, you want to go to the Bureau of Land Management, GLO, G, the GLO, GLO. So the Bureau of Land Management.gov, I believe is what it's called. You're going to have to go find the oldest relative in your family that you can remember, search their name, find their parents, and then their great parents. You want to search those names and the city and town where they're from. You're going to find a lot of names. You may find 45 pages. You're going to have to take your time and you're going to have to click on everything and go through everything. And she's the one that told me about land patents. So, okay, this is what happened. Y'all know I took the plant medicine and they told me every spot that's mine in the Broadmoor. And for 2 years, I kept saying, how the fuck am I going to get my land back? And all my ancestors keep telling me to do is kill people. Like, I'm like, that's not how that works shit. That shit don't work here. So what else can we do? Like, I mean, they literally told me and my husband to drive our car through a fucking hotel because it's ours and they wanted them out. So I had to regroup and figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. I can't do it the way they do. So Janice came into my life, girl. Janice came into my life. I don't know what the fuck happened, but the ancestors told me to click this. I clicked on that girl thing and she said fucking land patent. She had me at land patent. Now I know that they go through a lot of shit in between these tribes and these communities, and I do not get involved in all of that drama. I am only about the information, and we all have pieces to all of our puzzles. So you don't have to like the person, you don't have to know the person, you don't have to support the person, but you are supposed to get your puzzle pieces from whatever grabs your attention. I am so grateful for her. I pray for her. I send protection to her because what she know will get her killed eventually. She says she has a team that's protecting her. She always have her gun by her side. But I want y'all women to not rely on people or guns because if you do it right, you're going to run out of bullets. You want to have weapons that don't need to be reloaded, that don't need to be sharpened in the middle of a fucking fight. My weapons is the earth. I use the elements of the earth to do damage because I feel like it. I used to be ashamed that I do corrupt shit. And then I had my big brother cousin tell my husband, you gotta watch her because she's the life destroyer. She destroys people's lives. I was so ashamed. I was so embarrassed. I was like, why the fuck would you tell him that? That's my fiance. We're not even married yet. He could go right now. But you know what? That was a good thing that he walked right up to my husband and told him that I destroy people's lives. It's better when people know who they fucking with. And I should never be ashamed when people make an assessment about me if it's accurate. I was really confused on how I was going to retrieve this land. I mean, I know where my bones are. I can go and just start digging myself. Right, right. I was thinking about just taking a shovel and starting to dig. I did some research. Supposedly, people with smallpox was buried on my land. So, you can't dig up that because it will release smallpox. And then I said to myself, it's interesting that they have this documentation talking about the poor farm had people with smallpox living on it and dying on it. It sounds to me like you knew your corruption wouldn't last and you don't want people digging to find. So you'll say that it's smallpox buried there. But if it's smallpox that's buried on my land, Why is it dogs on there? Who dig? There are dogs and rabbits that dig. How are they not releasing into the atmosphere the smallpox pandemic? So you missed me again with that one. I'm still gonna fucking dig. I don't give a shit about no smallpox. You know it's a spiritual warfare, girl. So since we know it's a spiritual warfare, we gotta fight them spiritually. It's not a thing I can't ask my ancestors and they won't tell me the absolute motherfucking truth. This is why I constantly tell y'all, please tap in, go within, go within, go within. Please go within. It's a lot of people that do not fuck with. Oh, I don't fuck with. Mm, I'm sorry. Another thing, I have to fight this battle, fighting my other physical and mental battle of health. I have family. They're just not interested in what interests me. That's why I always say your real family will always be your tribe. It's going to always be the people you collect along the way. I've been thinking for the last few months, I've been thinking about who in my life has been loyal to me for the entirety of my life. There's only been one person, and that person was not my parents, my grandparents, my family, my kids, my spouse, my lovers. It was none of them. It was one person, my best friend. I'm not even going to say the name because she know who she is. She's been loyal to me since I was 11 years old, and she has never fucking disappointed me. Never. There's not been a moment in my life where I can't call her and she dropped everything for me. I couldn't find two of my kids from the bus stop. It was hours. I couldn't find them nowhere. Nowhere. I called her and I was in a panic and I said the kids did not get off the school bus. She was 15 miles away from me. She was at my door in 10 minutes. In 10 minutes. When she came to my door in 10 minutes, the kids appeared. Now, I'm trying to tell y'all this because it is important that you weed out who you can trust, who is loyal to you. Because the ones who give you doubt, the ones who are not always 100% loyal to you, is the ones who will set you up. That is your agent 808. So yes, I'm well aware of what I'm saying to y'all. The general told me don't trust nobody, not even me. Now when your mother tell you don't even trust her, that is a lesson that you take in life. I keep my trust very, very close to my chest. And it's only been out there for just one person. Cause I know everything that come out of this bitch mouth, every action that this bitch take will always be for me. And stop saying you have no family. Okay, Tanya, you do. Now, do you remember me talking about the bees? I don't know how long you've been watching me, but I told you I found my sister. I told you I found my sister through the bees. The actual bumble freaking bees. Don't say you don't have any family. If you don't have no physical family in this 3D world, that's cool. Because the ones who actually will work in your benefit, who will charge you up, is the ones that's dead anyway. You got family. Okay, so the bees communicated with me to take me to my sister. They took me right to her front door. To her fucking front door. But that's bees. What communicates with you, Tanya? What in the atmosphere communicates with you? Trees, water, fire, insects, animal. Which one? Because I bet you are not paying attention to something. Don't ever say you don't have no family. I'm your family now. We meet through these means. Oh wow, it's really nice out here. What the fuck? It's so nice out here. Yo, I'm easily distracted like a fucking dog, yo. It's really nice outside. It was just 6 below zero. I know that my husband told me after we went under a few months ago, he said, babe, we just gonna have to accept that we are the elders that we see. We are the elders. There's nobody that's gonna be there for us. They just can't. I have given, oh God, this fucking lupus hit you in waves, man. You be fine for 2 minutes and then you feel like you about to die. Eat this shit. What the fuck is elders. Yeah. Because I have tested people out. I'll say that. I tested people out, elders, to see if they have the ability to guide me, to help me plan, to give me information. And nobody lives up to my standard of interest. So when I say that, I mean like I'll do stuff like I'll play weak and I'll play the person who doesn't know to see if someone knows more than I do. I'll act like I'm confused and I don't know things and I need you to teach me shit to see how much you know and what you got in you. Everything that I do to people or when I'm around people, I'm always testing you. That's all I am doing. I test my kids, I test my animals, I test the fucking trees to see which trees is righteous and which trees is not. Everything about my life is study. When I was a child, y'all know I had a baby at 13 years old. When I was a child, I used to study men. I wanted to be with a lot of men because I wanted to learn men. I wanted to learn what type of man a man is through conversation. Okay. What you meant by that when I missed that? All of them do have to be exact. What do you mean by that? Are you talking about the ancestors when you go in and talk to them? Y'all heard me talking to my husband one day, and I was saying, um, I put my energy, my primordial on the altar so my ancestors can come to me. And he said, "What about the ancestors that raped into your family and your bloodline? They in there too." That was a very valid, and very good question to ask. However, I believe in myself. I know what I'm asking when I go in, what my intentions are. And my intentions is always that I call on the ancestors that will work in my benefit for my family and with harm to no one. And then I'll call on my Uncle Victor because I know my Uncle Victor is a monster. And that's the only monster I want around me and his energy. So that's the battle. That's the weapon that I'll use. My uncle and my brother that just passed away, who told me I'm here to be your weapon and don't cry for my death. So I mean, it's ways that you can do it to get to your right bloodline. The way I did it was blood to blood. My blood to your blood, my hair to your hair, my nails to your nails. Find me, communicate with me, connect with me, show me the way, show me what I forgot. Help me remember. Help me remember. Then you want to start going to smell things. Your smell is your memory. I want y'all to really listen to me when I say that. Smell is how you trap your memories. That's why when you come across a scent, like even cream of wheat, if somebody put vanilla in cream of wheat and you walk past that store and that's what your mom made for you when you were a child, you're going to remember that moment with your mom and that cream of wheat. So smells will help you get back to information that you lost. I mean, it's so many ways. It's so many easy ways to do this. I know when I was 19, I saw the movie Fools Rush In. Fools Rush In. Eric said, before you come down here, you leave a whole bunch of messages so you can remember. You're going to leave it in songs, movies, articles, and pictures, right? That's the absolute 100% truth. That is absolute truth. Um, when they said on Fools Rush In that there are signs everywhere, everywhere there are signs. There are signs everywhere. That's the message. That's the puzzle piece that I had to remember. And because of that movie that I saw with Salma Hayek when I was 19 years old, that puzzle piece helped me get to where I'm at right now. That shit was important. So when they say the signs are everywhere, that means everything is a sign. Everything. Like even where I'm living, I'm staying at with my daughter right now. My daughter is living across the street from the Sand Creek Massacre. I didn't know that. I just turned around and looked at that street, look at over there, and oh yeah, the bees. That's what I was talking about. And then I got pain, I think. Okay, yeah. So yeah, the bees, the trees, all that shit. Yes. Sorry, I got pain and got distracted. I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, the bees are what helped me get to my sister. I spilled blood when we was rock hounding, my menstrual blood, and the bees all went over to the blood. Originally, that was freaking me out because I did not know bees was attracted to blood. I thought bees was attracted to pollen and stuff that smelled good. So I was saying to my husband, like, what the fuck is going on? This is weird. And why is this nigga calling the other bees over? The bees followed me throughout the country on my travels. And then the bees told me, um, how do I say this and have y'all understand that shit? The bees told me that I was going to connect with the network. My sister called me the day after I was in Maryland working. She said, my mom watches you. She's been watching you for a year. And I was going to go do some plant medicine with the guru out here, this Indian guy. And she said, why won't you go and get your plant medicine from somebody that looks like you? This was the conversation when she called me. And I was like, wow, that's really sweet of your mom to even say that and have you understand that shit. Right? I see a picture of her mom. Her mom looked just like Grandma Letty. I'm like, what the fuck? Why she look like that? Then I asked her, what's the background of your mom? I'm talking to her mom, and her mom is like, um, Well, my dad is this, my mom is this, but there's a question. And when she said there's a question, I said, I'll be goddamn if bees ain't lead me to this lady. I know she belongs to my grandmother. I just don't know in what capacity. And then I went, let's see, who went where first? Okay. Yeah, this shit is gonna get really weird. Talk to her on the phone. I send her the medicine. Her and her boyfriend take the medicine. She got what she needed out of it. He couldn't handle what he had, so he needed, I think, a shaman to be with him. So we was like, okay. And she was like, you know what? I'ma just um she said, I'ma just come to you in Colorado. And she came to me in Colorado. They stayed in my house while they was there in Colorado. Right? This shit is crazy. Everything went well when they was there in Colorado. Then me and my husband went to go see her, and we end up staying at her house for almost 2 months. It's all because of the bees. So my husband was saying to me, yeah, y'all weird. It's really weird. Like everybody kept saying it's weird. So this woman is like my fucking sister. She know when I'm going through shit, she'll call me without me telling her. It's weird. And I'm saying this to you because you said you don't have any family. You'd be surprised how much family you got out there. You can ask a bird to find it. About the birds, I'm about to. All right, I said what I had to say about it. So I was in a car. We was probably in Ohio or Chicago, Indiana, somewhere. We was somewhere driving, Indiana, Ohio, or Chicago, I think, or something shit like that. And there's just a lot of birds. It was a whole bunch of birds, and they was just watching me on this wire. And I'm like, you know, birds, you've always made me uncomfortable on a wire. I don't trust you. I said, what are y'all doing to the birds? One bird flew up past the window and said, we sending messages to the queen. So the fucking bird said to me. And I said, what queen? And that bitch flew away. So I just thought I'd give y'all that information. You do with it what you want. Um, don't trust the birds. Not all birds. Just the birds that look like they being nosy. Sometimes when I'm going over some sensitive information and my dog is just focusing on my conversation, I don't trust my dog. Because I know you passing this information on to somebody. So you just got to be careful. You got to pay attention to what's going on around you, the energy that's around you, bugs, insects, animals, trees, the air. When it was snowing here the other day, I was able to see the chemtrails that was flying around. Shit. I know this is gonna sound crazy as shit, but it's actually quite beautiful. Looks beautiful. It's like they're like clear lights that just fly around. It's so pretty. At first I didn't know it was a bad thing. I was like, oh wow, that's beautiful. And then I realized what the fuck it was. All right, I think I'm gonna go because this has been an hour, and I need to go get me a wrap. I have a lot of pain, so I'll be back on later probably. I just want to thank y'all for always listening and being there because I really don't have the um, privilege of having people that I can talk to that really understand me and what I'm going through and what I'm trying to accomplish. For me, it's always going to be us. I'm trying to give us all back our wealth. That's it. It's my only goal. Like I said, I've lived a very successful, very comfortable life with my kids. My kids have always lived in beautiful homes and beautiful neighborhoods their entire life. I could just check out and be cool. That's just not acceptable to me. It's just not. We all got to eat.